it's April from April's Home, and today I'm here to share with you some of my spring favorites. Originally, I thought I would film my favorites videos every single month, but I just find that I don't have quite enough favorites every single month to film an entire video, so instead I thought I would do it quarterly for every season. So these are all of the things that were my favorites over this last season, spring. So I thought I would share these with you today in a few different categories, beauty and lifestyle and movies and even some toys and things that are my favorite right now. So let's go ahead and get started with the beauty category, since this is one of the larger categories, and we will just start right off the bat with the fact that springtime, this past spring, there were so many wonderful palettes released, and I got quite a few new palettes this past spring that I really love. So I thought I would share all those with you and then tell you the ones that I use the most. Let's kick it off with this absolutely gorgeous Alice Through the Looking Glass Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. I just absolutely love this. I filmed an entire video swatching the colors of this, so you can get an up-close look if you want to. But yeah, it's just beautiful. I'm so happy with the colors. I really love the sort of kaleidoscopic design of the packaging here. It's just beautiful, and again, you can see it up close in my video review of this, but the colors of this palette are just stunning, and I find that I'm having a lot of fun using them, especially this color up on top here, Lily. It is sort of like almost an iridescent, almost like mermaid inspired hue, I feel, and I just really love it. It is a nice like highlighting type of a color, and it's just beautiful. And then of course all of the fun colors in it are just so fun to play with. So that palette, and then moving on to the Too Faced Peach palette. Of course, this is a favorite this spring. I absolutely love the design of this palette. I love the metal casing. I love the cute little peaches, and the color is just so cute. And then here we have all the nice colors. Again, I have swatched this, and the most wonderful thing about this palette is, of course, that it smells like peaches, and I think that is so cool that you can have scented makeup. I love scented things. I love scented toys. I love scratch and sniff stickers, and having makeup that smells like peaches is wonderful. So yeah, I'm loving this palette, and a lot of really usable colors in here for me. And then sort of on the whimsical end, the Wonder Woman palette came out, and her little beauty book here at Walgreens. That was just sort of a fun and quirky purchase that, again, I also made a video for these palettes and swatched them as well. They're just so fun and quirky. I love this sort of vintage Wonder Woman design, and I just had a lot of fun with that. And then another fun and whimsical palette is the Minnie Mouse palette from Sephora. So as you can see this spring, just so many fun and whimsical palettes. We've got peach scented, Alice in Wonderland, Minnie Mouse, Wonder Woman. So super fun season. And I also swatched this Minnie Mouse palette in one of my videos as well, and I'll link all the videos to these below. And then one of my most used palettes from this past season, so probably one of my favorites of all of these, is this little palette here by Tarte. This is the from their Rainforest of the Sea line, and it is just so beautiful. It's this absolutely stunning sort of peacock inspired design here. The colors are so usable. They're just nice neutral colors, lots of browns, perfect for me. So I find myself reaching for this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette all the time. I absolutely love Tarte eyeshadows. I love the way that they're pigmented, the way they go on, the way they blend, everything like that. They're just so nice to use. So yeah, I really absolutely love this palette, and I'm so excited to get a hold of the Graveyard Girl Tarte palette that's coming out here in a few days. I'm just so excited about that. I love Tarte eyeshadows, like I said, and Graveyard Girl's just such a fun thing. I loved her Beautycon box, and then I found out she was doing a collaboration with Tarte, and so I'm just super excited about that, and definitely hope to get a hold of the Tarte Graveyard Girl palette. I'm sure that will be a favorite of mine for summer. Anyway, so yeah, lots of exciting eyeshadows this past spring, lots of fun ones. So then, let's see, moving on to something besides eyeshadow. There's definitely a lot of eyeshadow though. My new favorite blush is this Rockateur blush by Benefit. I love the box design. I was intrigued by that. I really love the design on the inside of this box. It says rock, and it's got sort of like a prismatic sort of look to it. It's a little shimmery, and it's a nice dusty rose color. It's really fun to wear, and it goes on really nicely. So that was a fun purchase. I really liked this Rock Tour blush. And earlier this summer, I picked out some of ColourPop's Ultra Satin and Ultra Matte Lip colors here, and I've really enjoyed using them. I like the way the color goes on. It's really interesting. It's not like anything I've tried before. I have a lot of fun with the colors. I really love this matte lip color here. It's called Donut. And then I love Echo Park and Magic Wand, and Frickin' Frack is another one that I also like to use. And what I do is I kind of blend them all together to get just the color I want for that day. And I have a lot of fun using these. They go on really nicely. They have a lot of staying power, and yeah, just really fun colors. So I definitely plan on ordering some more colors of these, and these are definitely on my favorite. Again, these are ColourPop, and again, I'll link below when I initially purchased these products and reviewed them. So really fun liquid lip colors there. So this is my next favorite product. This is sort of a newer purchase. I picked this up at Target. Target was having a special where if you purchased 4 Pantene products, you would get a $5 Target gift card. So I thought that I would try something new. And this is Pantene Smooth Heat Protecting Spray. And you just spray it in your hair before you use your blow dryer. And it's supposed to protect your hair. So I have noticed a difference definitely right away. I really enjoyed the smell of it. It makes your hair smell wonderful. It's got a really nice scent to it. So I have noticed that my hair is smoother after I use this, and it lasts a little longer. My hairstyle seems to last a little bit longer. I just noticed that my hair feels a lot better, looks a lot better, and I'm definitely noticing a difference. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a product that I continue to use, and yeah, hopefully that will help protect it from when I blow dry my hair. So I really love this. So Pantene Smooth Heat Protecting Spray, definitely a interesting and fun product that seems to work really well and smells wonderful. So now moving on to just the more whimsical category of my favorites, and that would be donuts. For some reason right now, I'm just in love with donuts. I have so much fun picking out different donuts. I live really close to Portland, and donuts are sort of all the rage there. There are a lot of different donut shops to try, and so it's a kind of a lot of fun to try out different donuts. And so I've just been drawn to donut things lately as well. I picked up this donut inner tube and this really fun giant sized donut beach blanket, and it's actually a round blanket, which I think is so fun. So that'll be super fun to use this summer on the beach. But yeah, I'm just loving everything donut themed. So I thought that I would share with you a short clip of recently when we took a trip to Eugene. That's a town about probably 3 hours outside of Portland, south of Portland, Oregon. It's a college town, and it's sort of a fun and quirky town. And we came across a Voodoo Donuts store, and this is normally, this is a Portland business, and I've been to Voodoo Donuts up in Portland, and it was fun to find one down in Eugene as well. So I'll go ahead now and share some clips of all the fun and funky donuts that we got at Voodoo Donuts. So in my spring favorites, I definitely had to include donuts. I'm a huge fan of donuts, and Oregon, especially the Portland area, has a lot to offer in the realm of donuts. That's something that I would love to do this summer, to go into Portland and try out all the different donut shops and kind of compare them and find my favorite. These donuts are Voodoo Donuts, and they're from Portland originally, but I actually picked these up in Eugene. The cool and unique thing about Voodoo Donuts is that they have a really funky, fun, and interesting donuts. Their boxes are fun, sort of like a bubblegummy pink, and decorated with quirky, sort of voodoo-inspired, graphics and things. Here's the box down here. Voodoo Donut, good things come in pink boxes. And here's some more of the graphics on the box. It's just a fun, sort of unique and quirky company. They make lots of interesting different donuts to try out. And I'm going to go ahead and open these up and put them on this tray back here so you can see all the fun donuts that we picked out. Okay, so here are some of the fun and unique donuts that we picked out at Voodoo Donuts. We have one here that is a double bubble flavored one. And we've got one here that is, I believe, called like the Loop or something like that. And it's got Fruit Loops all over it. It's just a raised donut with Fruit Loops. And this one here, I love this one. It reminds me of the 80s. It's their Miami Vice Berry. You can see with the hot pink sprinkles and the turquoise blue frosting with like sugar on top. It's pretty yummy and fun. And here is Oh Captain, My Captain. This is the Captain Crunch topped donut. And we've got a lemon cruller and a maple cruller and just a classic regular cruller, which I bought that because I haven't been able to find a cruller in quite some time, and it's one of my favorite donuts. So next we have a maple bar with strips of bacon on the top, which is one of my favorite donuts from Voodoo Donuts. I absolutely love maple and bacon together. Two of my favorite flavors, so I think it makes the perfect donut. So a maple bar topped with bacon, and then their like signature Voodoo donut is a little voodoo guy here. I got a couple of those. I believe they're raspberry filled. They've got a quirky little one eye with a little green swirl and a pretzel sticking into their heart, which is I think kind of just a cute and funny fun little Voodoo donut there. So those are my Voodoo donuts. It was definitely fun to visit there. The donut shop itself is quirky and decorated really funky and neat, and the donuts are just unique and sort of just whimsical and fun, and it's just always a fun place to visit, and it's always fun to pick out all the different interesting donuts. Anyway, so we are probably going to make ourselves some coffee and enjoy a couple donuts for today. We each picked out a couple so that we can try them, and usually what we do is split them in half or in quarters so that we can all try all the different ones without getting too over sugared. Anyway, yeah, so those are our Voodoo donuts, and donuts are definitely one of my spring favorites. So as you can see, Voodoo Donuts is definitely a fun and quirky place to get all sorts of interesting donuts. By far, my favorite is the bacon on the maple bar. I love that. It's so delicious, but I also love the Miami Vice Berry one. I think it's so fun. The colors are so fun. And I love their crullers. Their crullers are really good. So if you're ever in the Portland or Eugene area, you can definitely check out Voodoo Donuts if you're a fan. So anyway, yeah, Voodoo Donuts, definitely a fun place. And just sort of keeping with the theme of donuts right now, I've just been really into donuts lately. So donuts are definitely one of my spring favorites. And then also, I just thought I would share, again, another donut theme. You know, if you've watched my vlog for a little while, that I do love donuts. I've done some taste tests of Krispy Kreme donuts, and I thought that I would show my most recent plate of donuts. I picked up these for Memorial Day weekend, and I just loved that they're fun and festive and patriotic. I really love these sprinkle donuts. And this bright blue donut, I think it's so pretty. And then this cherry pie donut, this is a donut inspired by cherry pie, is just wonderful. If you get a chance to try that out, it's really, really good. So I'll insert here now a close-up clip of these donuts. Here is a close-up look at Krispy Kreme's Patriotic Donuts that I got for Memorial Weekend. I love the red, white, and blue sprinkles and these beautiful bright blue donuts. And this cherry pie donut was absolutely delicious. I love the pie crumbles on the top as well as delicious cherry filling and white icing. It was really wonderful. Anyway, so this is Krispy Kreme's latest Patriotic Donuts. So yeah, donuts are definitely just a fun and quirky theme. I just love them. I think they're so fun. I love sprinkle donuts. I think they're so pretty and cute. So yeah, it's just a fun thing that I'm really into right now. So then moving on to some of my other favorite snack items, I love these Trader Joe's cinnamon apple snack sticks. They are so delicious. They're sweet. It says they're sweet, crunchy, multigrain snack made with apples and cinnamon, and they're really delicious. They definitely taste like very appley and cinnamon, and they have a really nice crunch to them. And yeah, they're just really good. They almost look like a fry. Let me show you one here. They look like a little fry here, and it's got like a little hollow tube on it, and they're just really good and crispy and yummy. So that's definitely, these Trader Joe's cinnamon apple snack sticks are definitely one of my favorites. And I would definitely recommend that you try these out if you love apple and cinnamon flavored things. They're really, really good. I'm going to go ahead and eat one now. And now moving on to a couple other snacks that I just love. My daughter had been telling me how yummy these pretzel M&Ms were, so I finally bought a big bag to keep around in our candy dishes. I like to put out candy dishes when we have company over. And these pretzel M&Ms are so delicious. The pretzels are really crunchy. There's definitely a nice little salty taste to it, which I think balances out the chocolate really nicely. It's definitely a good snack to have and just really yummy. So definitely one of my new favorite M&Ms, the pretzel M&Ms. Love those. And then my last favorite snack for spring is a recent find. You will see these in my upcoming grocery haul. I recently went to Walmart to pick up some groceries and I came across these Hostess Suzy Qs. Growing up, these Suzy Qs were a favorite of ours. We would get Hostess Suzy Qs very occasionally as a treat, and they were definitely my favorite Hostess product. And of course, when the Hostess company shut down, they also stopped production of Suzy Qs. I was really happy when the other Hostess products came back, and I wasn't sure that I would ever get to have a Suzy Q again because I knew it was kind of a rare one to begin with. So when I saw that they had brought them back, I was just so excited. So I bought a couple of these and I've been sharing them with the family. The kids think they're delicious as well. And they're really good, and I hope they keep making them. They're really good. It is definitely something that is very sweet, so we only eat these occasionally, but it was such a fun thing to come across. So I definitely had to include these in my spring favorites. So Hostess Suzy Qs, so fun that they're back. Okay, and then here's one thing I forgot in my makeup category as well. I thought I would share this. This is my favorite highlighter lately. It is the e.l.f. All Over Color Stick in the color Persimmon. And I just love this. It goes on just like a little wind-up stick here, and you just put it on and it just does this really nice sort of highlighty color, and you can blend it in really well. So you can hardly see it, but it just has such a nice shimmer. And the smell is wonderful. It has a really nice smell to it, and I believe this is, can't remember if this is $1 or $3, but it's extremely inexpensive and definitely a great product. So this e.l.f. All Over Color Stick is definitely one of my spring favorites. So then to talk about a few of my movie favorites, let's see, this past spring I didn't see that many movies, but I did see Zootopia and I loved it. I thought it was so cute. I know my whole family enjoyed it. I loved the storyline of Zootopia. I thought it was so cute. All the different characters were just adorable and fun. Yeah, it was definitely a really fun family movie. So Zootopia is definitely on the top of my spring favorite movies list. And then my next movie favorite for spring is a movie I saw this past weekend, Alice in Wonderland. I really loved Alice in Wonderland. I thought it was so beautifully made. There was so much artistic talent involved in the movie. The colors, the design of just, everything, her outfits, Alice's outfits were just incredible. Just everything visually was beautiful, and I really loved it from like an artistic standpoint. I thought that the storyline was really interesting, and I loved the concept of time throughout the film. I won't spoil anything, so you'll have to go see it. But definitely I really liked it. I know that my family didn't love it as much as I did. They thought that the story perhaps moved a little too quickly. And I can see what they meant by that, but I just really appreciated it artistically and visually, and just some of the concepts that I feel the film portrayed. I really loved it. So I had a really great time seeing Alice in Wonderland, and as soon as it comes out on DVD, I really look forward to seeing it again. It was, in my opinion, a great movie, so I had a lot of fun with Alice in Wonderland, and it is definitely one of my spring favorite movies. And in the movie theater, of course, this weekend I got to see some really exciting previews for some of the movies coming up. And I'm just so excited. Boy, almost every movie preview that came on, I was like, wow, I need to see that one. So we're going to be having to go to the movies a ton this summer because there's some great movies. I'm really looking forward to the BFG. I love Roald Dahl. I love his storybooks. I think they're wonderful, so I can't wait to see what they did with the BFG. Also, Pete's Dragon, a total favorite of mine as a child. I absolutely love Pete's Dragon, so I will definitely be seeing Pete's Dragon as soon as it comes out. I'm super excited about that too. And then the Ghostbusters preview looked really interesting as well, so I'm excited to see that rebooted. That was, of course, a favorite of mine back when I was a child. So that would be a fun one to see again too. And just a bunch of really exciting ones coming up. So I'm really excited about the movies coming up this summer as well. And I'll definitely have to let you know my summer favorite movies in my next favorites video towards the end of summer. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and finish out my favorites video today with a couple of my favorite toys from this past spring. If you follow my channel, you know I love toys. I love collecting toys. I always have. So I thought I would add a couple of my favorites to my favorites list. So my ultimate favorite find and toy sort of collection this past spring has to be these flash charms that I found at Michael's. This was such an incredibly exciting find. Again, I'll link the video below. It is a huge collection that I found of these adorable little charms. They were sort of a remake from 80s charms, 1980s charms that I had when I was a child. I had charms that looked just like these in the 80s and absolutely loved them. They were my favorite back then, and when I came across these in the store, I was just so excited. It was just so fun. So these definitely have to be included in my spring favorites because this was just probably one of my favorite finds of the year. Actually, this was just something else to find. So my flash charms here are definitely one of my spring favorites, and again, I'll leave the link to this video so you can check them out closer down below. And then, let's see, there are so many wonderful blind box toys and urban vinyl collectible toys that have been out. I love the Tokidoki Mermicornos and their new Mufia Series 2. And then this would have to be one of my favorite ones this spring. This is Kid Robot Knight Riders, and I love the design of these figures, and they happen to be designed by one of my favorite urban vinyl toy designers called Nathan Jervicius. And I really love these Kid Robot Knight Riders. I have a few of them, and again, I'll link below the video for my Knight Riders opening. And I thought that I would open one box today to finish out this video, and we'll see if I add a new one to my collection here. So let's see here. Okay. And it doesn't look like it's a new one, but it sure is a cute one. So it looks like we got this cute little yellow sort of owl figure. I love the colors of this series. They're just so beautiful and vibrant. It's sort of pastel-y with little sort of shimmery paint on them as well. So I just love that. So very cute. That one is called Cozy. So again, you can check out all the toys in this Kid Robot line that I got in a recent opening. I'll go ahead and link that below. So those were some of my spring favorites. I had a lot of fun sharing all these and thinking of what things were my favorite throughout this past spring. And I look forward to compiling my list of favorites for this upcoming summer. I'm really, really excited about summer coming up. I love the beautiful blue sky and warm weather that summer brings around here, and I'm really looking forward to summer. So yeah, and I'm excited to see what new products I will think are my favorites at the end of this next season. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more videos from April's Home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.